Melody Kozmeniuk and her family run a mixed farm near Danbury, Saskatchewan. They do have some grainland, but rather than buying more and more acres like everyone else seems to be doing, they have diversified instead. A while back, they were fascinated by the unique appearance and personality of Icelandic horses and have since started a small herd for some extra income. At around the same time, Melody got serious about pursuing a home-based career as a sculptor of horses, wildlife, and people.
My husband purchased me a box of clay as a gift, and I just started from there. I created my first sculpture, and all my friends and family were very excited and encouraged me to continue. This is the piece that came out of that box of clay. This is a sculpture of a lady I call Marmalade. And to me, she just represents a lot of strength and courage.
Melody's husband Gerald bought her that box of clay after seeing this sculpture she calls Little Greek Man.
This is a sculpture I created in grade 8. Everyone was just given some clay one day in art class, and this is what I made. My teacher and everyone in class was very excited about it. The teacher ran out and got the art principal and a few other teachers, and it was pretty cool.
All of Melody's pieces are 22 inches tall or less to make sure they fit into her kiln. One of her favorite areas of interest is doing portraits such as this cowboy.
I really want to bring the piece to life. I want people to really enjoy looking at it, like feel the journey of the person, see some spirit and life and movement. I really want to have some movement in my sculptures.
These two sculptures are met as a set because they're a rancher and a cowgirl talking to each other while enjoying a brisk horseback ride on a beautiful day. They could be purchased individually for $6,500 each.
And for these pieces, I wanted them to look like a stone, like just a red rock, really, but it also kind of mimics wood. Just want them to be earthy, really, really. Sort of, they change with the sunshine, stuff like that. I just really like it to look as natural as possible.
This is a portrait of Miles Anderson, a native antler carver she met at an art show. She wanted to capture his strong and compassionate appearance and how he enjoyed and excelled at his art. This sculpture is available for $6,300.
But I wanted it to encompass a lot of things about Miles. Like I picture him walking through the woods gathering antler horns, and so I included Indian dress because that's how I picture him. He has a really beautiful long braid usually, so I wanted to include that in him. And this circle and the beads and the colorings all represent his family and his wife because they really support him in his art.
Here, Melody is making a few refinements on an Arabian horse sculpture. The prices she charges depends largely on the size of the piece and the amount of detail. They usually start at around $2,000 and go up from there. She made this piece with her press mold, which was created from her original sculpture.
So each time I take a molded piece out of the mold, I have to work on it, of course, fix up the seams. And so by doing that, each horse is different. Like each one is going to look different.
Each piece is dried and then fired in the kiln. If they aren't properly dried, the kiln could cause them to explode. Melody says she finds inspiration for future sculptures by spending time in nature and hanging out with horses and horse people.
The cowboy, the farmer, and I love someone with a lot of interesting lines on their face. I'm always photographing everybody wherever I go, just kind of gathering inspiration.
She keeps the clay wet while working on it and tries to work fairly fast so that all parts of the sculpture dry together. Whether she's working on animals or people, she tries to make them look as natural as possible. She's already done a number of commissioned works and is looking forward to future projects, especially gaining more experience in sculpting wildlife.